Today was the first full riding day. We've left Bharatpur and we are on our way to Jaipur. We've just had a coffee stop and we're on the road heading to our first stop at a place called Deeg. It's an overcast kind of day, there's heavy cloud and it looks as though it's going to rain. It's a bit cooler than the day before, which is fine because it's quite humid, and we're just riding along, avoiding the traffic, taking in the sights and the smells, watching what happens with cars undertaking large trucks cutting across in front, the bikes coming towards us, vehicles coming towards us, all of the usual stuff which we've become used to in India. The road surfaces themselves are really good compared to where I live, which is South Australia, where the road surface, certainly in my local district and wider afield, in fact heading into Adelaide, which is my nearest main city, the road surface is really poor. Now, because it was supposed to be a relatively long day and a few hundred kilometres between Bharatpur and Jaipur, the roads are fairly straight in some sections. So this is equivalent the highway heading out of Bharatpur, and it's relatively straight, it's relatively easy for vision. You can see around you, you can see what's ahead, you can see what's approaching, usually on the inside lane where vehicles do come towards you. But in the main, you've got good, clear view for avoidance purposes. I'm not traveling particularly fast here, as you can see. However, caution at all times is advised. This video does not end in the crash. The crash is documented on a full video of its own, including full footage of the hit and run. Riding in India requires all of your senses and all of your experience, remembering that people are sitting on their horns not to move people out of the way or to beep in anger. People are sitting on their horns as a way to say, beware, I am here, I am on the inside of you, or I am overtaking. You can see as we pass by the scooters and the bikes, the pillions and the riders themselves are pretty interested to see a long line of Himalayans coming past them. And getting into the townships, there are the usual cows lounging by the side of the road, and the traffic gets a lot heavier. Still raining and proceeding with caution as we're about to do a right-hand turn. I can see the bikes ahead of me. They're all indicating a right turn, but traffic is building up for this turn, and I am conscious of having a pillion on the back, which is making the bike more unstable. So I am approaching with great caution. And of course, as I'm going slow, people take the opportunity to walk in front of me or cars to come across in front of me. So it becomes a bit more hectic when you're coming up to a major turn, especially when it's a U-turn. And I can see in the distance that there are trucks and they are not about to slow down. And even if there were traffic lights or signs or indications that I had right of way, they would just ignore it anyway. So that's why this is a cautious turn. But I eventually do get it done. Also cautious of the fact there may be some diesel on a wet road surface and I'm not used to the tyres. But I do catch up to everyone and almost a bit too quickly realise that everyone is taking a left turn to go into rural farms and to try a bit of less stressful riding through rural villages, although the number of speed humps that are in place to slow down any kind of hoon driving becomes quite a challenge as well.
Nikumba dynasty. Hindus Rajput king built.
I hope you've enjoyed this short insight into riding in Rajasthan in India. I'll leave a link to the tour company in the information for the video below, plus a link to where you can get hold of the music so that you can populate your own YouTube videos with some interesting and good tracks. And please like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.